So my story is that throughout my teenage years and in my early 20s, I battled chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. I was lucky enough to be supported by my mum, and we went to so many doctors and specialists and tried all of these treatments and these cures. And it was so incredibly disheartening, which I'm certain that some of our ladies can relate to with their own health conditions. So it got to a point for me where I just gave up trying these new treatments and recommendations and decided that I would just work towards being my healthiest self within the parameters that I have within my body. So I have a passion for science, and that's where I look to. I read the well-backed research and really found that the whole natural foods and movement are really those keys to health. So this was easier said than done though. There were certainly days when I would try and move my body and I would push myself that bit too far and feel that I ended up 10 steps back. And that was really disheartening as well. But I was super consistent with it. I did the very best that I could. And then one day I went to have some of my normal painkillers and I was like, hang on, I don't actually think that I need this dose today. I'm not in that much pain. And that was when I had the realization that, hey, I had actually been able to move my body more. I had a bit less of that brain fog and of course, less pain. So like that was my foundation moment of wow, food and movement consistently does make the difference. Now with that newfound freedom, I began my journey to becoming a teacher. I started as a teacher aide and I was lucky enough to work with, and still am lucky enough to work with some beautiful kids. And when I was on playground duty, I was looking in their lunch boxes and seeing like all of these wrappers and these processed foods. And then throughout the day, I noticed that their behavior changed. And like this became more apparent to me as my time with the kids continued, because I got to know them. So yeah, I really noticed that link between what you eat and for the kids, their behavior and their ability to learn, and then link that in with how food and movement had made me feel. So that's when I began my journey to help others find healing through food so that they can be their best and most healthy self.